My boyfriend said he was too broke for my birthday. That same week, he spent $200 on festival merch for himself. I'm done. My boyfriend said he was too broke to do anything for my birthday. Then he went to a festival with his friend that same week and spent about $200 on merchandise for himself. I'm absolutely fuming. I've been with my boyfriend Tyler for 2 years. He's 26, I'm 25. We don't live together, but we spend most weekends at each other's places. He works at an auto parts store and I'm a receptionist at a vet clinic. Neither of us is rich. I've never expected expensive gifts or fancy dinners. I just want effort. That's it. A card, a home-cooked meal, a walk somewhere nice. Anything that says I thought about you today. For his birthday last year, I saved for a month and bought him a vintage record he'd been wanting. I made him a cake from scratch, chocolate with peanut butter frosting, because that's his favorite. I decorated my apartment and invited his friends over. He walked in, smiled, blew out candles, and said it was the best birthday he'd ever had. I thought that's what we were to each other, people who try. My birthday was on a Saturday. About a week before I mentioned it, I said I didn't need anything big. Maybe we could get dinner somewhere or he could come over and we'd cook together. He rubbed the back of his neck and said, "Babe, I'm really tight on money right now. I don't think I can swing anything this week." I said that was okay. I meant it. I told him dinner at home was free and I'd even buy the groceries. He said he'd try, but he wasn't sure if he could make it because his buddy was having a thing that weekend. A thing. On my birthday weekend. I said, "What kind of thing?" He said his friend got tickets to a music festival and invited him. He said the tickets were free because the friend won them. He said he'd only be gone Saturday during the day and could come over after. My birthday was Saturday. He chose a festival over spending the day with me. I didn't argue. I said fine, just come by after. Saturday came. I cleaned my apartment, made myself a nice lunch, watched a movie alone. My mom called and sang happy birthday. My best friend dropped off flowers and a card she'd written by hand. Tyler texted me at 2 p.m. a photo of the festival with a smiley face. No happy birthday, no wish, just a photo of a crowd like I was supposed to be impressed. He texted again at 5. Having a blast, gonna stay a little longer. Then at 8. Might crash at his friend's tonight. I'm wiped. He didn't come over. He didn't call. He didn't say happy birthday a single time that entire day. I spent my 25th birthday alone in my apartment waiting for a man who was at a music festival. The next morning, he finally texted, "Happy belated, babe. Hope you had a good one." Belated. Like my birthday was something he accidentally missed instead of something he chose to skip. I didn't respond. He called me that evening. I picked up. He was in a great mood. He started telling me about the festival, the bands, the food trucks. Then he said, "Oh man, I spent way too much on merch though." I went quiet. "How much?" He laughed. "Like $200. But it's fine. They had this limited edition hoodie and a signed poster and I couldn't pass it up." I felt something snap inside my chest. He told me 7 days ago that he was too broke to do anything for my birthday. Too broke to buy groceries for dinner at my apartment. Too broke to buy a $3 card from the gas station. But he had $200 for festival merchandise. I said, "You told me you couldn't afford my birthday." He went quiet. "That's different." "How? Merch is different than going out to dinner." "It's not different, Tyler. You had $200 and you chose to spend it on yourself, on my birthday, while I sat alone in my apartment." He got defensive. "I didn't plan on spending that much. It just happened." Things don't just happen. You stood in a line, you picked out a hoodie, you pulled out your wallet, and you paid for it. That's a choice. He said I was making a big deal out of nothing. He said he'd make it up to me. He said we could do something next weekend. Next weekend. Like my birthday could be rescheduled to whenever he felt like showing up. I said, "I've been waiting for 2 years for you to show effort. I've bought you gifts on every birthday, every Christmas. I planned a surprise dinner for your last birthday. I baked you a cake from scratch. You told me you were too broke to do anything for mine and then spent $200 on a hoodie." She said, "So what? You're breaking up with me over a hoodie?" "No." I said, "I'm breaking up with you because I asked for the bare minimum and you gave it to someone else." He called me dramatic. He called me materialistic. He said his friend said I was overreacting and that girls always make birthdays a bigger deal than they are. His friend, the one he spent my birthday with. I said, "I hope that hoodie keeps you warm." He said, "What does that mean?" "It means I'm done, Tyler." I hung up. He texted me for 3 days straight. I didn't open a single one. My best friend came over with wine and we rewatched a movie I'd already seen on my birthday. It was better the second time. Everything is better when someone actually shows up.